Bam! What is going on, everyone? Welcome to this beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome to the Ominus Show, the show that talks about comics gay stuff, pop culture stuff, anything really that tickles my fancy. We will talk about it here on the show. And I am your host. My name is Elliot Rodriguez. Hold on, let me fix this. You can see my name right here. And yeah, I'm the host. I am a comic book artist. I'm a comics-gate artist. I draw a lot of cool shit for Comics-Gate. And I'm reporting to you live from Lima, Peru in South America. That's right. I'm in the dirty South. Dirty South. You can't get any further south than where I'm at. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. I got a great show for you guys. We're going to talk about a lot of crazy stuff. And we have a mission. Today we have a mission, and we have to achieve this mission. And the mission right here is in the banner. Where's the banner? Oh, there it is. All right. So today's mission is to fund a comic. We're going to get this comic funded live on the show today. And if I can just a second bring up the campaign just to let you guys know what we're doing today. Just to get before I bring my guest on. Here is the premise for today's show. I am scheduled to be on the show with my guest for about an hour. So we're going to finish in around 11:35-ish. We're going to finish. But we can extend that time, and I'm very certain we are, if we can fund the book. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Hold on. Bringing it up now. It's loading. I apologize for my internet. Crap, where is it? Is it messing up on me now too? Man. Yeesh. But yes, we're I think $8 away from funding. Let me hold on, let me refresh this. Let me see what's going on. But yeah, we're $8 away from funding the comic. So we fund it, and then we will go on for another hour and hang out, and I'll bring on some other guests also, because I think my guest has a time limit. But trying to figure out what's wrong with this website. Can you guys hear me clearly? I'm gonna take one out of the veto book. Yeah, something's glitching with FundMyComic on my end. I don't know. It maybe just be me. But hopefully I can bring up the campaign later. But yes, don't forget, guys. The show is sponsored always by our good friend. No, by the brand.
K2 mod do say nigga Inca Cola, yeah, Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, K2 mod baby, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, vamos.
That video trips me out every time. And then I got this other video I want to show off before my guest gets on here on this last video.
We got to celebrate our differences. We got to celebrate our differences. Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo. We got to celebrate our differences. Nacho taco, chimichanga. 'Cause it's beautiful when the whole world sings together.
Ching chong ching. Nacho taco, chimichanga. Jeez. It doesn't get more offensive than that, but that's funny. That's hilarious. All right, yeah. So without any further ado, I would like to bring on my guest today. Please, everybody, stand up and give a warm round of applause for John Colton. I hope I got that right. John Colton.
Hey. Clap one more time. You're not coming to my birthday. Who did that?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
What's going on, John? Thank you for stopping by. How you doing, man?
Well, appreciate the introduction, and yeah, I appreciate all the noise on Twitter you've been making. It's nice to see people talking about the comic.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. I feel like an ass right now also because I just told everybody we're going to continue for an hour if we fund it, but the book's already funded. All right.
Well, it just happened, so so you
Before,
must have
before
done
we,
some.
before we so wait, hold on. Let me get confirmation from the chat. I think we back it before the show started, or was this last night? I have no idea. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Can I get maybe one more backer during the show so we can extend it for another hour? Because I want to see the numbers go up. I see the numbers go up. But yeah, I want to say hi to the people in the chat. We got Apex. What's going on, Apex? We got Dennis. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Apex is here. Hey, the notification worked for once. All right, sweet. What's up, Ben? That FMC is a bit slow. Yeah, man. It's either that or it could be my internet. I don't want to throw all the blame on FMC. And then yeah, Dennis is here. I said that. What's up, Cole King? Cole King is my guest for next week. He'll be here next week talking about I think it's next week or the week after that. I think the week after that. We're going to talk about his book also. And yeah, FMC was having some issues, but I got it done. Did you back? Shadowhawk. What's up, Shadowhawk?
Must have.
What's up? Scribe is in the chat. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Ben says, I told you I got you. Nice. Sorry, getting swamped in the office, so lurking in the background. But yeah, Flavy, today we're talking about Three Brothers Gruff, and we're going to get in on that. We're also going to talk about some recent corporate news that happened this week, and then just hang out after that. Yeah, awesome. So John, just to let you know, we're going to talk a little bit about different topics, and then we're also going to give you an opportunity to share your book. Right now, though, what can you tell us? What can you tell us about yourself? What got you into comics? Why are you here?
Well, I've been in comics, since I learned to read, basically, and going all the way back. I think the biggest transition to comics I got locked in was probably in 6th grade in Mrs. Cipollini's class, and she had this incentive program because her son was away to college, and she had his whole comic book collection, and if you got an A on a test, you could win a comic as a prize. And that was my first year in school. I got all A's, and that was also when I got introduced to X-Men, and so those two things kind of coincided, and I've been into comics ever since. And what was the big thing that happened after 6th grade was, I guess I was in about 8th grade. And I was a Air Force brat growing up. My dad was in the Air Force, and he was gone for the war for about a year. And at some point, maybe 4 to 6 months into his deployment, I sent him a drawing that I had done of Captain America. And he was in Kuwait. But I mailed him the drawing with a letter. Well, unbeknownst to me, my dad took that letter and he mailed it to Stan Lee. And so one day I'm coming home from school, and I go to check the mailbox, and me and my best friend, we were both really into comics at the time, and there's a letter from Marvel Entertainment from Stan Lee. And Stan Lee had written me a note, saying how great my drawing was and encouraging me to keep with it, and saying how he was grateful for my dad and the servicemen that were were involved in the war, and that was huge for me, and that was a big celebration, and just the fact that was a real person, and not not just when you could see in Saturday morning cartoons, but an actual human who took the time to write a letter and an encouraging note. That meant a lot.
That's awesome, man. That's great. That's a great to see that. And to get that kind of feedback so early on, must have been very influential. And how does from that? Now you recently were on showcased in front of many people on Ethan's show, talking about the $4,000 cover giveaway. How did that
right
see you up there?
Yeah, that was awesome too. Because Ethan had a lot of positive things to say about it. We even kind of made a little ad out of it, out of all of his positive comments on the art and the story idea and the concept, and that kind of came out of nowhere. I was just hoping that we would get mentioned, just period. And then I think you were on that day, and they said that was like the toughest round of of comics.
So, was great.
Yeah. Well, there was, there's a lot of good things going on in indie comics right now. I feel like it's kind of a golden age of self-published, creator-owned books coming out.
Yeah, and, definitely.
I think
I also made the mistake.
Yeah, go ahead.
I also made the mistake of saying that you were the artist. I had thought that you were the artist, but you're not the artist on the book. Is that correct?
Right. Natural mistake. Because I am also an artist. I did go to art school in San Francisco. I worked as a commercial illustrator for a while. I did advertising art, storyboards, did some children's books, and so I do draw and paint. I just am not the artist on this book in particular. And what I'm finding that's nice about that is I really praise the artwork without sounding like I'm talking myself up. And the artist on this is Vincenzo Mercoliano. He's out of Italy, and he has just done a dynamite job. It's kind of been humbling because, as an artist, I have my own ideas and ways that I think about doing things, especially when I'm the writer. But I made the choice not to send any thumbnails or layout ideas, and just let him cook and see what he comes up with. And I haven't disappointed one bit. And so that's been really awesome, just to see the kind of the synergy that has come with with collaboration and working with someone who's also excited about the project and is bringing even more energy and making it better and better every step of the way.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was really impressed with his artwork because you can clearly tell that guy has either worked professionally or should be working professionally, because he's got a masterful understanding of perspective, dynamics. He does really just the drawing, the rendering, everything was great. Looks top notch. And I read some of the pages you have on the campaign, and I've also read it, just to be upfront with everybody in the chat. Jonathan was kind enough to give me like a preview of the book, and I went ahead and I read like the first 10-12 pages, and I like the story. The story is great. And what I really appreciated is that you are guiding us through this story. You're not just showing images in our face for the sake of showing images. There is a setup. There's like a proper introduction to all these characters. Now, the first introduction we get is to the youngest brother of the Gruffs. And then we get another introduction to the eldest, and then there we get the premise for the story. You know, they're going to get hired to do this. They're getting hired to go on the mission per se, and then the story kicks off from there. And I just think just the first few pages, I think you set it up wonderfully. So I highly recommend it. You guys should get this. I have no idea why it's not like 50 backers in yet, because the book's great. And guys in the chat, I need one more backer and I will back the book live on the show also. So force me to spend money. Force me to spend money. And so if you don't mind, John, I'm going to play the trailer so people can check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's check out the trailer. Wait. All right. Let's start it again.
Between the time when the bridges spanned forgotten rivers and the rise of petty kings in shadowed halls, there was an age undreamed of. And unto this age came three brothers, the Gruff, mighty satyrs, troll hunters renowned across the wilds, destined to face the foulest beasts and unravel treachery in gilded courts. It is I, their chronicler, who alone can tell thee of their saga. Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Heck yeah. And yeah, that's a nice wraparound cover. And I like it. I dig it. And can you hold on? I'm trying to get my can you guys hear me better? Can you guys hear me better now? Let me know in the chat. And yeah, so wait, did we get another backer? I don't know. But yeah, I think one more backer would be 19, and then mine would be 20. Let's get to 20 to date. So yeah, what you guys saw right there was like the first incident, like the hook incident where we see this first character. I thought it was just going to be nothing but action, but that was just to introduce that character. You get a great idea of how he is and some of his traits and characteristics, and then we go on to another character, and yeah, it's great. What else can you tell us, John, about that?
Well, two things. One, I'm gonna say I teased an announcement on Twitter for this program, and that is for the first 30 backers on FundMyComic, you're going to get a bonus book, and that is the previous book I did, Paul Bunyan versus Dracula #1. So that will be included free with your order. So you'll get a free signed copy of that. That's 52 pages, black and white, and that has gotten a heck of a response. So we're trying to build an audience here, and it all comes from having good art and good writing. And what you kind of alluded to there is something that, if you have a good story and good writing, you can kind of tell something about the characters through their actions. Yeah. And so that's kind of what we're trying to do here is, keep it action packed, but also tell the story at the same time in a way that's meaningful.
Can I say something about this character here or you want me to keep mum?
William, the youngest. Yeah.
Can I say something about it, or do you want me to not
go
say
ahead.
too much?
Go ahead. No.
It's okay. Yeah, from this first scene, one thing that you can automatically tell off the bat from this character is that he's a womanizer, and you don't see much of it, but you can already tell. You can already tell by the dialogue and what's happening. He's a womanizer, and so you're able to see that from these first few pages, which I think is great. Great writing. I think it's really good. Hats off to you, sir, on that. Good job.
Well, thank you.
And yeah, so awesome stuff, man. So all right, so we got the backer. Excellent. We're on 19. I'm gonna back right now at the digital tier. But guess what, guys? John said the first 30 you get an extra book. So let's do something crazy.
And maybe I should have been specific. That's the first 30 physical backers. Because if you're digital, I don't have your address. But the first 30 physical backers will get Paul Bunyan versus Dracula #1 as well.
Nice. I'm going to go ahead and get the digital tier, but let's do something crazy. If we get, I'll put this in. If we get 25 backers today, I will back at the physical tier. And it's not because I don't want the physical tier, but it's a lot of this is a good deal. If we get 25 backers today, then I will get the physical tier. Not that I don't want the book, but it's just I do want the book. But let's play with the chat. Let's play with the audience. You guys help me. I'll help you guys out, and then the winner is John. John walks away with all of our money.
Awesome.
So right now I'm gonna take it up to 20. But if we hit 25 in the next 2 hours, I will upgrade my my backing to the physical tier. So while I'm doing that, I have a commercial from our good friend. What's his name? My good friend. What's his name? My good friend Darren Wagner. Let's check out his trailer just for a second while I back the book. 1 second. Crap, 1 second, I didn't finish. Hold on. Another video.
Our world is crumbling, and most people are blind to it. A young computer whiz named Raimi decides to stand against the rising tide of oppression, only to find himself under the boot of those behind it all. Incarceration only proves to refine his resolve. Divine intervention takes away all fear from him in order to fix a broken system that enslaves us all. There comes a time when good men must ignore bad laws. Raimi dons a mask and becomes Rattel. Rattel uses intelligence and technology to combat ancient and dark forces for justice and a better tomorrow. Will Rattel take down the technocratic tyrants who've harnessed an ancient evil, or be crushed by the invisible hand?
Man, I dig that music.
Yeah, those were nice.
I dig that music. Now check it out, guys, on the screen. I have officially backed Three Brothers Gruff at the digital tier. So the challenge is on. Can you guys get me 5 more backers so then I can get the physical tier? Let me know. Please back the campaign. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. So click it, grab your book, and let's get that 25. Let's get the 25 backers today. I hope I didn't dox myself. What's up?
No, I didn't see anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll risk it all to help out. All right, so cool. So now I don't know if you've heard John, we had a big announcement on X a while back. Yeah, like a few days ago. Disney CEO Josh D'Amaro says layoffs impacting about 1,000 roles are underway this week as the company looks to streamline our operations across multiple divisions. Over the past several months, we have looked at ways in which we can streamline our operations in various parts of the company to ensure we deliver the world-class creativity and innovations our fans value and expect from Disney, he wrote in the memo. Given the fast-moving pace of our industries, this requires us to constantly assess how to foster a more agile and technologically enabled workforce to meet tomorrow's needs. As a result, we will be eliminating roles in some parts of the company and have begun notifying impacted employees. No, so that's where the whole image on my thumbnail goes to, because we got the evil mouse striking again, just hacking off and getting rid of a bunch of people. And some of the people that were laid off are some of the artists that have made at least on Marvel Studios, and some of the artists that have contributed a lot of great work to everything that we know about from Marvel Studios. And have you heard about that, John? What?
Yeah, that's been huge news, and it's relatable. I think we've all been there at one time or another, part of some company that's downsizing. When I was working for Hayward Police Department, and I was a police sketch artist there, we had big layoffs at one point. They wanted to cut in a similar fashion. It was like 5% of everything, right? Because there's too much spending, and they were like, well, we need to cut somewhere, but rather than do actual analysis and an intelligent downsizing or cutting away the fat, they're like, 5% across the board, every department. And that seems to be what Disney's doing now. And it's kind of a shame because you're cutting out a lot of the people who are at the ground level doing the art and, making the lifeblood of the company. And, if you had done more research, you could have maybe cut things in a more intelligent way and got rid of things that need to be got rid of instead of just across the board. I don't know if you've ever watched the TV show Undercover Boss. Well, so anyways, it was on for a while, about 5 or 10 years, but the CEO of whatever company would go undercover as a line level employee. And, it could be something like a big construction company. It could be something kind of like Taco Bell or whatever. The type of business really didn't matter, but every episode seemed to end the exact same way because the boss was in disguise, undercover, working amongst all the line level employees. And at the end of every episode, they always said, I had no idea. And what that meant was they had no idea that their policy and procedure manuals weren't being followed, that their system for complaints wasn't being processed properly, the training wasn't being done properly, and they had no idea that people were struggling so much with system errors and things in the business that weren't working the way they were supposed to be on the ground level. And and that's of course because every business basically has a pyramid structure, and you have a lot of people at the bottom who report up and up until it reaches the top, the capo, and if you're right below the boss, what are you going to tell the boss? Oh, things are going great. Everyone's happy. All our systems are working. You're not going to tell tell them that everything is dysfunctional and it's a shit show, because that might hurt your job and you're standing with the boss. But when they go down and they actually get their fingers dirty and they're seeing what's happening at the very basic level, they find out their company is not being run the way they're being told. And
that's very true.
They're just a bit out of touch, and I think that's a lot of what's going on at Disney too right now.
Yeah, man, it's so unfortunate, and just for the people in the chat, I forgot to show this, but here on the campaign we are at 20 backers, and if we get 25 today, I will back the physical tier. And I really want that physical tier because John just announced that for the first 30 backers of the physical tier, you're going to get an extra book. So you get 3 Brothers Gruff, and you'll also get this extra book. So please back that. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Please be sure to get that. And yeah, it's so unfortunate because I saw one of my favorite artists that I saw from Marvel Studios. He got canned too, and I wouldn't have thought that he would be let go. And I'm talking about, of course, our good Andy Park. I've seen, because what Marvel would do is that they would show the movie, and then they would always release a few concept art pieces, and I would always take a look at the concept art pieces and see how they came up with the costumes and stuff. And you would always see Andy and also Ryan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Minderig. You would always see those 2 guys as art, and here, for example, we see some of Andy Park's artwork, and an amazing artist. He got his start with Rob Liefeld in Extreme, and just an amazing artist. And just so sad to hear that he was let go. And to John's point, it just goes to show how bad and how far out of touch Disney is. And so that's just a damn shame.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the one of the best cooks at the restaurant, as it were. And
he gets people in the seats,
but they probably didn't know what he did. So that's it is unfortunate. Sometimes it happens in sports, that the team will trade a player without realizing everything that they're bringing to the team. And you see it here in this situation too. And I'm sure, a lot of Andy Park fans out there, but I'm sure whatever he does next is going to take off as well. But concept artists, they don't get enough credit or recognition. I think Douglas Chang has been one of the main drivers behind everything that's been successful in the last 20 years with Lucasfilm and Star Wars, and and all the designs that he's come up with and characters he's created who ended up being in the movie and being a major part of the prequels and things after the prequels. But Douglas Chang doesn't get recognized by any of the producers or stars. Even the people that are playing his characters are unaware of who he is. And that's unfortunate, because that's what makes it go. That's the lifeblood of these entertainment venues.
Heck yeah. These are the guys that lay out all the ideas, the groundwork, the storyboards, the images, designs, everything comes from them first. So it's crazy. And then to throw salt on the wound, and we got this post here. It says Disney CEO Josh D'Amaro has also confirmed that the majority of the visual effects in the Avengers Doomsday will be AI powered. This is a necessary step. Audiences must accept it. Jeez Louise. Yeah, so they're getting run out by AI. It's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah,
Crazy
and
stuff.
it's one of the reasons why I think a lot of us like comic books better as a storytelling medium, because you know who did what, right? So like, you know the name of the writer, you know the name of the artist, and you recognize their style. And if there's something about the book that's not working, you know who to blame. And if there's something about the book that's really fantastic, you know who to give the credit to. Whereas
Exactly.
if you look at a movie, and you know, we all like movies, but I don't think movies are the superior storytelling medium to comic books. I think comic books trump movies, and this is one of the reasons why. But the you know, in a movie, you'll have 10,000 people working on it, and a lot of times, if it doesn't work, the producer might blame the director might blame the writer, you know, that might blame the actors, might, you know, and so it's really, it gets a little murky as far as who did what and who is responsible. But with the comic book, you really know who is responsible. The credits at the beginning kind of spell everything out. And
yeah. And what do you think? Yeah, so I mean, and it sucks because you hear this idea, no, that AI is not going to take over. Well, yeah, you hear the threat always, no, that AI is going to take over everything, and we're all supposedly on seat's edge, you know, on the edge of our seats, just, you know, to be sure that that doesn't happen. And then you get guys like this to confirm that yes, AI is being used, and now we have to accept it, and that's that just sucks, no. So yeah, because they're going to take our art and then do it better than us. Is that the idea? Is that the idea? That's horrible. And then Dennis in the chat says the corporate U.S. approach to any company, local or international, is a total travesty. Great talent is let go and favors low-cost sweatshops. Yeah. Eric July knows all about that stuff, though. Unless it's Chuck Dixon's AI book. Yeah. JD, are you aware of some of this drama stuff going on in CG with Eric July, JDA, the Dungeoneers now? Are you aware of that stuff?
A little bit. You know, I have I have 4 kids, and I teach full time, and I coach basketball, and so
nice.
You know, I probably watch more YouTube than I should, but probably not as much as other people do. So
this is John's response. Hold on, I got to clip. This is John's.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for this. That's my response too. I try to like get away from it, but so many people are like, when you try to find out what's going on in CG, there's always somebody saying something, somebody who said something else, somebody took offense to something else. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but, yeah, and here we have a. I'm sorry. Let me
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Read the comment. That's fine.
Ben from Base Art Department says, John, are you very active on the con scene? I think this book would clean up. I agree. You should reach out to Matt Rumor and come on for the Fans Fest in October. Do you have any plans of attending?
Okay, so I have heard of something, Fan Fest. I'm not sure where it is.
It's in Atlantic City in New Jersey.
Atlantic City, New Jersey. Okay, and well, that's a ways out. What's the date for it?
October. It's October 16, 17, and 18. It's a week.
October? Yeah, so I don't have any plans to be there, but I'm open to it. I'm in Salt Lake City, and so I've done some local cons around the Arizona, Utah area, and I think they probably have a really good idea there, because when I've been at Comic Cons, I get a strong reaction just from the titles of my books, You know, people will be walking by and they'll be like, "Oh, Paul Bunyan versus Dracula. I got to get that." Or they'll say, "Oh, Three Brothers Gruff. That's so awesome." And I'm just, so that's kind of, it was designed that way, but it's nice to see that, positive response to just the title and the artwork.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and if you're on the screen, I'm sharing the campaign for the Fans Fest stuff. Yeah, it's a convention thing that Comicsgate has been trying to organize since its inception way back in 2017, 16. So they've been trying. CG has been trying to do this for a long time, and it's finally going to happen. It's set for October, and yeah. So for the fans, so this is an opportunity for the fans to come out and get to hang out with some of CG's top creators. And I unfortunately am not going to be there, but not because I don't want to, but because I'm in South America, so it's a little bit difficult to get me up there. But yeah. So yeah, this campaign is running. Hopefully we can get some more action behind it, get some more promotion and eyes on it. And Matt Rumor is the guy who's in charge, and I think he's doing a great job getting everybody organized. And just a reminder for people out there listening: this campaign page is not necessarily to fund the con. The con is going to happen whether or not this campaign hits its numbers. This is something for the fans in the sense that they're going to get early access to low rates for their rooms and for tickets to the con. And funding a campaign or funding a convention is not the idea here, because the fans are not helping to make this happen. They're helping to buy their tickets. They're going to get their tickets. They're going to get cheap room rates, and they're going to be able to hang out with some of CG's top talent, which is not something that you can do every weekend or at every con. No, because we have seen before that people like John Malin have been banned or kicked out of going, to that whole C2E2 incident from a few years ago. So I mean, it's not like we're welcome to every con. No, so this happening, it's in itself a big deal. It's great that this is happening, and it's a very rare opportunity to come hang out with everybody. So I highly recommend you guys consider getting your tickets now before it's too late. And this is happening whether or not you guys like it. So yeah, I would encourage. Yeah, I mean, there's no pressure on it, John. Obviously, no. But just to let you know, or for you to be aware that this is happening, and CG is trying to make that a reality. No.
Yeah. Well, I would love to be there if it's possible. It probably partially depends on how well my campaign does. So
nice. There you go, guys. There you go. So he's laying it out for you guys. You guys give me more backers and I'll go out there. Yeah. There it is. And Don is in the chat. What's going on, Don? He says, caught you live. What's up, my man? What's going on, Don? Great to see you, man. Thank you for checking out. Say hello to Mama Donna for me, please. Yeah, say hello. I hope you guys are doing well. And now that Don is here, I remember to share out the link for Shadowhawk's GoFundMe. If I can find that link, if someone can throw me the link to that in the DMs, I don't know, because I can't find it. But yeah. So here we have this post from Wesley Burt, and he says the irony of having a one-on-one HR layoff meeting in the conference room with my Loki mural on it. Jeez, that's the reality sometimes, though. He's getting fired in front of his own artwork. Oh man, so sad. But yeah, then we got another case here. This is another artist that was affected. His name is Josh Dawes. I'm unaware of most of these artists because they work in the sweatshops, and we see their artwork at the end of the project, but we don't normally know their names and stuff for these projects. And it says, I was just laid off from the Walt Disney Company after 12 and a half years with the company. Ask me anything.
Yeah.
And I chimed in. I was like, can I interview you for an hour? I got no response.
Oh. But, well, when I was at art school in San Francisco, we would have art seminars, and artists would come and talk about their careers and show slides of their work. And I remember one time we had an artist who was doing wildlife paintings and Western art and oil paintings mostly, but he had previously worked for Disney for 30 years. And he was one of the painters who painted the background paintings in the classical animated movies. But he was a rock artist. And what I mean by that is he literally painted the rocks in the background. And he did nothing but rocks for 30 years. And he was saying when he got laid off, it was so terrifying because he had been doing nothing but painting rocks for 30 years. And he was like, do I still remember how to paint? And what am I going to do now? And he kind of had to find his own niche, and ended up becoming a very well-known and respected and profitable landscape painter. And you can only hope that type of thing will happen for a lot of these guys as well.
Yeah. I'm sure Andy Park and those guys are going to fall. They're going to be just fine. They're going to be great. This is just going to be a blip, because they have so much talent. They can do anything really. They can launch a comic. I don't think they would go. I think they would just. They're probably going to aim a whole lot higher than that, though. But I mean, they can fall back on anything. So they're going to be fine. It's just it's just sad to see how corporate America works in these cases. With Disney just laying these people off because they're disposable to them like that in that sense. So it's a negative light. But I mean, no damage done to those guys because they're going to bounce back and they're going to be just fine. And so here I'm sharing with you guys. I got the link in the chat for this also. This is Shadowhawk, his GoFundMe. Our good friend right here, Shadowhawk. What's going on? He's saying hello to everybody in the chat. He's going through some stuff, and if you guys can send some stuff, any support you can his way would be great. Now that I have Dawn here, Donna, I would like to know what happened to my artwork. I offered up 2 pieces of artwork to be auctioned off. I sent the video to Don's DM, but I don't think the video was shown. I don't think my artwork was offered. So I don't know. So I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, I wanted to support in that way, if auction off some artwork. And but yeah, so you guys check out the link. The link is right here. So the people, all of the mods, don't let me do your job for you guys. Throw out the links for the GoFundMe. Omer, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Ben's got the link, but I found it just now. Thank you very much, Omer. Omer's a great guy. He's always helping out a bunch of people. So reminding us all of stuff that's going on. So GoFundMe. Throw some stuff at him. Throw some stuff at Shadowhawk. Yeah, no problem at all, man. Sweet. Awesome stuff. Now I have a question, John. It says on your profile that you used to work, or are you currently working for the police department? Are you a cop?
Yeah, I was a community service officer in the San Francisco Bay Area in Hayward. And
nice. You're on the West Coast, or you were on the West Coast. Nice.
Yeah. Got to wear a lot of different hats there, including as a police sketch artist. And
nice.
In that job, I kind of got involved with the detectives on all the major crimes that were going on in our city, but also in some of the surrounding cities as well. And that could be everything from robberies to carjackings to murder cases and kidnapping. And
is it really how they portray it on those documentaries and TV dramas and streaming shows? Is it really like that?
Not exactly,
okay.
But more or less, yes. I think Jack Kirby actually played a sketch artist in one of the episodes of The Incredible Hulk, the TV show with Lou Ferrigno. There was one episode where they had a sketch artist, and Jack Kirby was there doing the drawing, and he got to be on the show. But there's basically two schools of thought on the sketch artist thing. And one, I think you might have seen, there was a famous Dove commercial that came out a few years ago for the soap. And that's where you kind of just describe stuff and the artist draws based off your verbal description and the words that you use. Now, the way I was trained, which interestingly is by an artist named Parks also. And they had, I think, 30 years experience with the FBI. And so we would use the FBI catalog. And what you do there is, if you're a victim or a witness and you're describing the suspect to me, we're going to look at a catalog of pictures of noses, pictures of eyes, and lips and chins, and you're going to pick out which one you think is closest. Now, the reason we do that is because words can be tricky. And you might say, well, this person, they had puffy lips. Well, puffy might mean something different to you than it does to me. And so we kind of, we get rid of the language and we just communicate visually. So you can pick out the pictures, right? So if I give you the name of a famous face, right? And I say someone like Elvis Presley or Marilyn Monroe, like as soon as you hear their name, you have a picture in their head of what they look like, right?
Exactly.
Right? Like you can picture Marilyn Monroe in your head right now after you hear the name. But if I ask you, well, describe what kind of chin does she have? Or what does her forehead look like? It gets tricky, right?
It looks Marilyn Monroe-ish.
Right. But if I show you a catalog of, 12 or 24 different chins, you're going to know which ones are definitely not hers and which ones are kind of closer to hers. And the picture in your head. And so when you're doing a police sketch, you're not drawing exactly what they look like, but you're just going to get some key features and enough so that people that know them will say, hey, maybe that's my friend Joe, or or
maybe it's Omer in the chat. I know that guy.
You want to get something close. Trapment.
Fed. You have to tell us you're a cop. That's the rule. Yeah, I'm just curious because when we've had there's other people that we bash with. There's a guy named Frederick Gaumont who's the artist of Rattel, one of the comics that I just showed earlier. And we mess with him that he's a Fed, and that's like a running joke also. So that's crazy. That's really interesting, and thank you for your work, because that's it's really, people that work, that are law enforcement officers, they get all kinds of flack from society, but I thank you for all the work you're doing.
Well, thank you.
Helping clean up our streets, even if it's from that artistic end also. So. Great stuff, man. And then Don, that he's here. He's also, I want to read this chat also. He says, John, I have a show called The Studio. We promote comics. Love to have you on. Send me a DM on X, Don's Draw Stuff. He's got a show that goes on Thursdays and Saturday nights. And they their format is different. They have like a bunch of people on drawing, and they will all draw your characters. So that would be a great free art.
Yeah, that sounds real fun.
And
it sounds great.
If you can make it to that would be another awesome.
I'll definitely hit you up, Don.
Yeah. This is the problem with the draw veto contest. People ain't drawing all them chins correctly. Yeah, that's true. Also, Omer's got a show also called The Hump Day. That comes on every Monday night, if I'm not mistaken, and Wednesdays, Monday night, he's got a show. And then Wednesday nights, he also promotes comic. And as you can see, Omer jumps in different chats and he spreads the word. So it's a great guy. If you can manage getting on these shows, it will be great to get people to check out the book.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
absolutely. I'll be in touch.
Heck yeah, my Mexican brother Etano, aka Wednesday nights. Yeah, Wednesday nights is the Hump Day show. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, for the plug. And I was also curious, John. Your first book was Paul Bunyan, and this book is Three Brothers Gruff. What is you have a certain fascination for those stories, those tales, fables? Is that
well?
What inspired you to do that way, and not for example, like create your own IP, your own characters? What's the stuff behind that?
Well, it's a couple of things, I kind of have been making comics, I think for 20 plus years, I just haven't really burst through the door. I have my sketchbook. I've been writing ideas, designing characters, but I've always working for the police department and as a teacher, those are not 40-hour-a-week jobs, especially when the police department, it seemed like we always had overtime available. And so, a lot of times I was working 50, 60 hours a week and then, trying to draw on the side and do my own stuff. But as I've seen a lot of your drawings. You're really good. Art takes time. And that was the one thing I didn't really have was the time. But a couple of years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago now, I was watching a monster movie documentary with my son, and it was going through all the classic monsters: Godzilla, Dracula, Frankenstein, the creature from the Black Lagoon. And my son turned to me at one point and he said, I don't think any of these guys could beat Paul Bunyan in a fight. And I was like, oh, you know what, Jack? I think you're right. And I think you got an idea there. So I started to Google it, saying, somebody has to have done a comic book about this already, I'm sure. And I found out that nobody had. So I was like, oh, well, I guess it's my job then. And, so I got the ball rolling and started making the comic, just because, one, I thought it was a fun idea. And two, I wanted to show my son that if you have an idea, you can go do something with it and make something out of it. And Three Brothers Gruff, that kind of came about as, well, the Three Billy Goats Gruff, which is kind of the classic story that it's based on and inspired from. I don't know if you're familiar.
German fables?
What was that?
From German fables?
I'm not sure if it's German. I think it's Scandinavian, maybe. But it's the three Billy Goats who are confronting a troll. And then the biggest Billy Goat, who's the last one to try to cross the bridge, ends up headbutting the troll and knocking him into the river or killing him, depending on which version you're reading. But I was always a fan of that story as a kid, so it was a story that I would tell to my kids at bedtime. And then I started putting some spin on it, kind of just to make it interesting to myself. And then I started developing it more and more. And, eventually it evolved into this huge universe of characters and and twists in the plot. and the bridge toll. Yeah, that's a good one. But so that's kind of how that came about, and it might have been inspired by the Todd McFarlane toy line, the Twisted Fairy Tales. I don't know if you remember that or saw that one, but he had like the Wizard of Oz that was kind of like a dark, twisted version. And then some other fairy tales, but he never did the Billy Goat's Gruff. And so I kind of took up that mantle and put that forward.
Nice. And is this going to be like an ongoing series? Like, is this like issue 1 and then you're going to get issue 2 with like a continuation? Is this going to
Right. So ideally, this is the first of 5, and the first issue is 24 pages of art and story plus bonus material. And I'm hoping issue 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be 48 pages each. So at the end of the graphic novel, we'll have over 200 pages of art and story that kind of ties everything together and shows how they deal with the troll in this particular story. But where we jump off is kind of in the middle. And so the 3 brothers Gruff are already kind of established as troll hunters or people who can slay trolls. And they've kind of moved away from that. And they kind of get brought back into it by this lord who had his daughter kidnapped by a mountain troll. And he hires the brothers through the eldest brother, Magnus. He gets him involved to, basically by offering him more gold than he's ever heard of before to go back to his business. And now Magnus has got to figure out how to get his brothers out of prison so they can do this quest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, and that's and all of this is exactly what I was reading in the first few pages, and it's just great. I like the story, and I think you're doing a great job, and the art is impeccable. It looks really good, really, really good. And look at this establishing shot right here, great. There's foreground, midground, background, good stuff. Good stuff. He's got a great sense of perspective. Yeah, good stuff.
Vincenzo was really brought a lot of enthusiasm to the project and just really upped the game. In Italy, he's been working mostly on historical comics, and in the Italian comic book market, superheroes are not the most popular thing, but they have kind of a wide variety of genres, everything from fantasy to sci-fi, action adventure. They have comedy, horror, and they all kind of do equally well. It's just like, whatever floats your boat over there. And even like Donald Duck, speaking of Disney, is hugely popular in Italy for some reason. And so they'll have like a dozen different Donald Duck comic books at any time because Donald Duck just sells like crazy. And, who knows why, but it is what it is. But he had been working on historical comics. And that's kind of, I ran into him on Facebook and I was noticing like, man, this guy really draws horses well. Like, the horses are just really solid. And so I contacted him and I was like, hey, I noticed you can draw, and would you be interested in checking out the sailor outfit?
That's what it is, the sailor outfit.
I was like, hey, check out the script and tell me what you think. And then he got back to me with sketches,
Nice.
and so I was like, oh crap, like, I guess he's the guy. We're gonna go with this. And then he shot me some of the character designs, which you see here. And I was thinking of drawing this, myself originally.
Yeah.
And so I had much, much simpler costume ideas for the Brothers Gruff. I was thinking something a bit more like Conan, like they might have a loincloth, maybe a cloak at some point, but he gave each character their own gloves, their own belt with its own unique engravings and carvings, and armor and shoulder pieces with their own unique engravings and carvings. And I was like, Vincenzo, hold on. I was like, do you really want to draw all this, like every page, every panel? This is a lot of work, man. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I designed it. He's like, I think it looks more fun this way. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, if you're cool with, like, I wouldn't ask this of you, but but if you're volunteering for it, then yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, nice. It looks great. I like it. Each character is distinct from the other one. They don't look too similar. They have certain things that make them unique, and the color scheme also. You got green for the older one. You got red and blue for the younger one. It's great. I like it. I dig the art. A lot of great action in it. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks. I appreciate that.
I'm surprised there's not more backers on this, but yeah, you guys.
Well, it's a funny thing in the space. It's I think I see a lot of campaigns that I feel like should have done a lot better, and I think Mark Miller had his campaigns that I think they made about 80 and 90K each, and I feel like that was really underfunded for what was put out. I thought, what was it? Psychic Sam. I don't know if you saw that campaign in that book, but
he did that artwork. Yeah, I saw that he did that one. I forgot who the artist was on that, but
John Romita Jr.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like
that one did very good. Yeah.
I think it did around 100K, but I felt like that should have been $1 million campaign. Like it should have done 10 times as much. Yeah. And it's.
I keep getting flack because I said like a few weeks ago that I'm not a big John Romita Jr. fan.
Oh yeah.
So I keep Scribe in the chat keeps bashing me, but Scribe. If Romita were a better artist, it would have got like at least 200K. I'm just kidding. He's a great artist. I love his art, but no, yeah. It's I think in just looking at things globally, some of these campaigns don't make what they should. I agree also with you, and I think part of that is because there has to be more promotion. Like you'll figure this out. And I figured this out. I did a campaign last year, so I went through the whole mechanics of jumping on different shows and selling the book. And a lot of the success has to do with the marketing aspect of it, and people just don't think about that when they're making the book. Now they're so in tune with the creative process that once they have it, it's a great product. But if people don't see it, if people are not hyped up, if people are not interested in it, they're not going to buy it. So the other monster that we have to deal with is marketing, and not everybody can jump on screen. And for example, like Ethan, John, and Shane, they come on, they have their personas. Shane's got the whole gay vampire thing and the mange, and not everybody can do that. So but that part also helps sell books and people like that and
absolutely.
Creators have to be open to do that. Not act a fool like that.
Well, historically, that's why you would have an agent. Ideally, because not everybody can be all things. Exactly. And Ethan is very unique in that he has a really strong, really good radio personality, and he can. He can sell stuff, and that's a very unique talent set to come together. I have a couple of friends who, they're screenwriters, and as a screenwriter, you have to also, you have to wear those different hats and go to
Mm.
meetings and sell people on your script.
Mm.
And, you know, I think that's why there's kind of this disconnect when we see movies that come out that are terrible.
Mm.
And, you know, it's like, well, a lot of times that's because you have a screenwriter who's a really good salesman and not a
Yeah.
good writer.
Yeah.
But most of the time, the people that are really good writers are not good salesmen.
Mm.
And, you know,
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
and they kind of have to be found. It's like, you know, for as much talent as someone like George R.R. Martin has, you know, I
Mm.
don't think you would buy a vacuum from him, you know, like this.
Yeah.
But he's a great writer, you know,
Yeah.
but he's probably not a slick salesman. And so it's kind of rare for that Venn diagram of talents to overlap.
Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. It's difficult to find that, no, because not everybody can do that, no. And but yeah, I mean, we have to at least be open to that. No, jump on shows, explain your book, give your pitch. You know, offer like also, I would recommend like on your campaign, there's got to be like different levels of options with price point. You know, like a low price point, which you have, you know, a featured tier like I think the $20 cover A I think works perfectly for that. Something that, you know, that's a little bit like mid level, and then, you know, your high tier, which you have all of that. No, I think that's great. It's great to have that on campaign, so you can have people that are they're not sure if they should get it, but I'll take a low risk at $5, you know, and then things like that. And because we also have to deal with this whole issue of a bunch of creators that promise but then don't fulfill on that promise, and then don't send out the books, and so backers are very weary of that stuff also. No, so it's a big uphill thing we got to fight.
Well, and that's only natural. The only thing I will add is we did do 100% fulfillment on Paul Bunyan versus Dracula, and you know, and everybody got their books, everybody got a signed copy, and I think we did a little over 3,000 in sales on that. And, you know, so I don't really worry too much about it. You just got to put your stuff out there, and how it does, it does, you know. And if I didn't get a ton of backers, well, maybe the concept isn't that great, or maybe I didn't sell it well enough, you know. But you just got to put it out there and try. And I will also remind everyone, the first 30 backers of physical copies will also get Paul Bunyan versus Dracula #1 included with their order. So, and that's 52 pages.
Are you the artist of that book?
I was the cover artist and the layout artist, and sometimes the inker on some of those pages. So we, got more involved there. And
for the people in the chat, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And for the people in the chat, we are at 21 backers. We're just 4 backers away. And if we hit 25, I will get the physical tier. Please make me get the physical tier, because I would like that Paul Bunyan book also. You know? So we got 4 more backers. We need 4 more backers, and then we'll hit that goal. Yeah, and I'm getting bashed in the chat. It says JR is the best. Elliot is gearing up for an ass whooping next time he comes to the States. Jeez. Yeah, the character design, Ben says the character design for that Psychic Sam was pretty bland, he said. But yeah, Scribe says he's still a legend. Yeah, he's a JR simp. I'm kidding, man. I love Scribe. And it says, I'm going to claim my marketing tactic of Elliot's financial ruining his work. Yeah, put me in financial ruin. So. Let's get 4 more backers. It says, he says, damn it, John, where can we see your art? Or do we have to go back and look at old news stories to see your police work? That's a good question.
Well, Yeah, we could do that if you want.
Catch me on the police reports. Oh man, fuck.
I might have an old YouTube video that featured one of my drawings on the news.
Nice. Could you share that with us? Do you have something that you can share with us?
Yeah, so I think this isn't public. Like you have to have the link, but I'll send you the link.
All right. And then we also got a comment from Omer. Omer says, yeah, Ethan wasn't always good at his radio personality. He had to learn. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a learning curve to that. No, he had to learn how to become that way. So you have to get good at it. Almost anyone can learn to develop. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, thanks for uplifting us, Sister Omer. I appreciate that. Yeah, JR is awesome. I used to be a corrections officer also. I also just generally find it interesting. Inside scoop. Nice. Yeah, so be sure, guys in the chat, if you can throw out that link. I need 4 more backers so then I can get the physical tier. I will be getting, I think, cover A. If we can make it happen today on the show, it would be great.
Okay, and
wrap it.
And I sent you the link for our other trailer also.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Hold on, let me check out. I'm gonna bring up a trailer. Just give me a moment. And then before John leaves, I'm gonna bother him with my last segment for the guests, which is the rapid fire question section. Just a second. Wait. All right. Can you guys see this? What's going on? Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to look at this other trailer that John's got for us. So you guys hang out. Please throw the link in the chat. We need 4 more backers, and I'm going to be in financial ruin. So ruin my finances. All right, let's take a look at. Let's check out the video. Nice. Yeah, there's some pages from the previews that John shared with me. Some of the pages are still like this in black and white. And you can see the artwork. The artwork looks great. It looks great. And,
yeah, thank you.
I highly recommend you guys get on that.
Yeah, we felt like we had to show some of the black and white art because a lot of the comments we got, the first reactions, were saying that the art was AI. And so we wanted to rebuff that as much as possible because it's all hand drawn. It's all Vincenzo's amazing talents, and I've been sharing as much of the pencils and inks and the process on Twitter as I can, and kind of bringing that to bear. Nice. Hey, Frederick.
Yeah, here's Frederick. This is the guy we were talking about earlier that we said is a Fed. He heard us.
Yeah. So speaking of, I did send you the link for the police sketch art if you wanted to show that also. That was a case that I think at this point in the news there were 2 attempts a serial attempted kidnapping, and at the end we had three cases that were done against this guy.
What's up, BA? Nice. So here, guys, in the chat, we're going to see exclusive stuff from John's artwork in the police realm. Let's check it out.
It sounds like there's like a serial predator out there looking for girls.
The search is on in the East Bay for a man police say tried to kidnap a teenage girl. The same suspect may be linked to another attempted kidnapping 2 weeks ago. Hello, everyone. I'm Katie Marzullo. ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard is live at the Hayward Police Department. And Cornell, people are telling you they've seen this man before?
Katie, yes. Many say they have seen this man around town before more than once. And tonight, police are on the lookout. Is that scary to you?
Yes, it is, because I have 2 small little kids.
Araceli Molina is worried after police say a 15-year-old girl was walking home from school on Whitman Avenue Friday afternoon when this man tried to pull her into his white sedan.
Oh, God, it's Elliot. No. What is that? Who is that? William Perdomo. Yeah. That looks great. That was awesome work, man. Nice. Also, let's continue with the video. That was great.
And possibly a Honda. The victim fought back and got away unharmed. She gave police enough information for this sketch. A thin white man in his early 20s with a scruffy beard, about 5'7", wearing prescription glasses. Here's the same sketch without the glasses. We showed the picture to Araceli.
I have seen him walking over here. He's always singing and have his phone with a lot of volume. He's always walking here. He's walked past her, right? She's saying she's seen him.
Rhonda Leopold's daughter Taylor swears she's seen him too.
Yeah, I saw him at my school.
You think?
Yeah, he was just walking. He wasn't doing anything.
Last month, a man wearing a hoodie matching a similar description tried to kidnap a 14-year-old girl into his white sedan near Joshua and Ebony Way. She got away. Police are connecting the crimes.
But we are actively pursuing the theory that these 2 cases could be related.
Parents are on alert.
It's like you can't allow your girls to walk alone, or even your boys.
No.
You let your daughter walk home from school by herself?
Absolutely no. No. I don't let my kids catch the BART bus or anything like that.
Those who recognize the suspect plan to call police.
That looks like somebody I've seen around the way, man. I don't know. I see if that's Elliot. Yeah, but that's great work, man. Kudos to you and for doing that. That stuff is great, man. Thank you for your service and your work. Great stuff, man.
Well,
great art.
Thank you. You know, as a police sketch artist, it's a bit different because, yeah, you know, the rule is when the witness says that's him, that's the guy. You kind of got to stop drawing at that point, and that's you put your pencil down, and you might have an idea of how to make the drawing better, or you might think, you know, I can finish this. I know what he looks like now, but once the witness says that's him, you have to stop drawing. And this particular drawing, what was interesting about it was they did catch the guy after a third attempt at kidnapping, but the drawing, I think it was this one in particular, the second witness, the way she described him, it matched perfectly. So much so that the detectives had made a copy of my drawing onto a clear plastic photocopy, and they overlaid it over the mugshot, and it was an exact match.
Nice.
And even the suspect, when they were searching his apartment, he had put up pictures of my drawings all over his apartment that he had cut out of the newspapers.
Wow.
And
yeah, it was so sophisticated with the glasses. Yeah, nice, man. That's awesome stuff, man. Crazy that that your work has that kind of influence and stuff. Like you can trap criminals with. That's great, man. Kudos to you, man. And yeah, I don't know how some of these parents can just send their kids to school like that. Like I always accompany my daughter to school, and I just can't picture 15, 16-year-old walking by yourself like that. That's just dangerous out there. So
Yeah,
that's why
it's,
we do the show, so we can have all the pervs in the chat. Boom, boom. I'm just kidding, guys. I love you guys. Awesome stuff, man. All right, so that I don't know how your situation is with time, but I would like to do one more segment. John,
Yeah,
is he
you
available?
said rapid fire questions.
Heck yeah, and then I don't know if John, if it'd be okay if I open the link for some other guests, or would you rather not?
Yeah, no problem.
Nice. All right, so people in the chat, I'm going to do my rapid fire segment. So what this is I'm going to ask you a series of questions, John. For example, I'm going to say Pepsi and Coke, and you select one, or you can select none, or both. No, we would like in the chat if you can select one of the other, but it's up to you. Ultimately, it's up to you. And it's just a series of questions at different topics, and then just give us your answer. And then the people in the chat also, if you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat, and I will be sure to ask John here. So let's hit that rapid fire. All right, Marvel or DC?
Historically, I was a big Marvelite, but I think DC is putting out better books these days.
Nice. X-Men or Avengers?
Avengers. Avengers.
Superman
I think,
or Batman?
Batman.
Captain America or Iron Man?
Captain America.
Nice. Hulk.
Do you want me to elaborate on any of these, or just keep going?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Captain America, obviously, especially like I said, the drawing that I had given to my dad, but also I like heroes that are heroes, and I feel like Captain America, kind of Steve Rogers, who he is, kind of embodies that. Going back a little story, my grandfather was in World War II, and he served under Patton's unit, and got to go in through North Africa and up through Italy to Germany. And the Captain America movie really hit me hard, because there's a scene where the guy throws out the grenade that and Steve Rogers jumps on it and curls up on the grenade, and it was a dud. But that something very similar that actually happened to my grandfather in World War II, and I think he got a couple of Bronze Stars and a Silver Star for his action in the war, and that was one of those incidents. Someone had thrown, the Germans threw a grenade into his foxhole, and he jumped on it to cover it with his body, and the grenade didn't blow up. It was defective. And good thing, if not for that defective grenade, I wouldn't be here. But
nice. Yeah, crazy how that is. If it wasn't for that grenade, you wouldn't have Brothers Gruff. Yeah, crazy.
Right, but in that choice, Captain America.
Nice. Yeah, salute to your grandfather. Yeah. And this one is a versus. Hulk versus Superman.
Hulk versus Superman. Oh, well, Superman would win. Yeah.
Wolverine or Gambit?
Well, and I have a hold on. I have a spin on that.
Yeah.
Superman would win because he can breathe in space.
That's true. That is true. Yeah,
I thought, if they're fighting on ground, it's a pretty even match. But once Superman grabs the Hulk and flies him up into space, the Hulk is out.
Nice. Wolverine or Gambit?
Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine was just always cooler to me.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a tough choice. Like if you ask anybody in the '90s, the Wolverine or Gambit, that's because Gambit was up there too. He was another fan favorite. Dr. Fate or Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Wonder Woman or Jean Grey?
Wonder Woman.
Thanos or Darkseid?
I think Darkseid.
Nice.
One because he's a Kirby creation. Because he's got Omega beams.
That's true. Yeah, that's something there. Thanos doesn't have that. Yeah. Nice. Secret Wars, the comic, the whole run, Secret Wars, or Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Secret Wars. I mean, those Mike Zeck covers are just legend to me.
Oh yeah,
and
that Dr.
And Secret Wars is kind of what Secret Wars gave birth to the black costume for Spider-Man and Venom. And so I feel like the children of Secret Wars are kind of what elevates it.
Heck yeah, awesome. X-Men #1 by Jim Lee or Spider-Man #1 by Todd McFarlane?
Spider-Man #1. I just, I'm a huge Jim Lee fan, but I have to. I'm a bigger Todd McFarlane, and I feel like Todd has the best-selling comic book of all time in Spider-Man #1. And had he done 5 variant covers that did it, he would have eclipsed 12 million, 15 million. He would have been ahead of Jim Lee in that category.
That is true.
So
yeah, some people forget that. No, Jim Lee had like 5 different covers you had to get. No, so
yeah, I mean, I think I bought 10 or 15 covers that month. So
Heck yeah, awesome stuff, man. The next one is Amazing Fantasy #15 or Action Comics #1.
I think you have to give it to Action Comics #1 because that's the face that launched 1,000 ships. That's
true. That's the
everything
beginning of it all.
Yeah, all branches came out of that seed. So
heck yeah. For writers, Stan Lee or Jim Shooter, or you can editors also. No?
Yeah. I think that's a tough one. One of my favorite comic books of all time is actually a New Universe comic book.
Oh, nice.
But I think I'm going to go with Stan Lee, just because the synergy that he had with the early Marvel bullpen and how many characters came out of there. And
that's true.
Just all those great stories that he developed with guys like Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby. That's right up there.
Heck yeah. Also, I got John Buscema or Neil Adams.
Ooh, that's tough. I think. Okay, I'm just going to go with personal choice. Personal favorite in this one, and it's John Buscema. And I kind of feel like Neil Adams draws better than John Buscema, but I admire John Buscema's diversity of type of books that he did, and because he did years of Conan, and just seeing him draw like I know if I'm drawing horses. Man, I need reference.
Yeah.
Like I got to look at pictures of horses because I don't have their skeletons and their musculature memorized yet. But Buscema can draw a horse just like it's like drawing a smiley face for him. And that I just admire the heck out of that.
Heck yeah. John Buscema was great, man. A lot of dynamic stuff from Buscema and Neil also, man. That Neil's Batman, great stuff.
Well, and I don't know if you were into continuity comics at all, but Neil had his own company for a while with Continuity Comics, And
Bloodshot.
It was one of those comic companies that eventually went under, but he had characters like Elliot, and it's escaping me right now. The name's Earth 4. He had artists working for him like Michael Golden, and in continuity, it was great comics. And it's kind of one of those things where, man, it was like, why did this company go under? Because they were putting out great books, they just weren't the big two. And
nice,
but good stuff. Bucky O'Hare was another title that was pretty big with them, and still has some fan following out there.
Heck yeah, great stuff. Hey, I want to say, let me take some of the questions from the chat. I got Tank in the chat. What's going on, Tank? Sorry if I hadn't noticed you earlier. There's a bunch of questions here from you guys. I don't know if I should ask these guys. Superheroes or fantasy? Peace out, Ominus.
Both is
okay.
The right answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Awesome. Scribe says black or white? Black versus white. I don't know if that's like the race or the color, or I don't know what.
Well, I guess black, because I love black ink.
Nice. You didn't get him, Scribe. Ben from Baystar says JR or Elliot Rodriguez.
Is that me or you?
Elliot? Me, yeah. And this is Elliot or a Salvadorian. Oh man, it's the same shit. Then we got apple or huckleberry pie.
Apple.
Play-Doh or silly putty.
Ooh, silly putty. Yeah, but not
This
a lot
guy
of the
says. This guy says hustler or jugs. Oh, come on, man. And then Scribe says Cinemax at night or Showtime. Jeez.
Showtime, I think, if I'm remembering right.
And then Ben says socks with sandals or Crocs.
Yeah, neither.
I do socks with sandals. Inflated says New Universe had its moments and place. For me, they were basically 80s primetime TV in comic form. Yeah, nice. Good stuff. TMNT or Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with TMNT, but that's a tough call.
Yeah, boxers or briefs. Jeez. Godzilla or Gamera? Is that the correct
Godzilla.
Superboy Prime or Cyborg Superman?
Yeah, Superboy.
Ribbed or classic? That's what happens when you open the floodgates, man. Get this or that.
Yeah.
Boobs or butt? Oh, nice. It says you look like a socks. Yeah, I do socks and sandals, man. And I like a cig also. All right, just to finish up here, a little poetry or prose? You like writing? Poetry or prose?
Yeah, pro. Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with the terms plotter and panzer.
No, not specifically. No.
Supposedly those are two types of two types of writing styles. Like people that are plotters are people that like do like a straight up script, including all of the text, everything, captions, what they think, how the characters should pose in the scene. And panzers are more like the Marvel style of approaching things. So they write according to what's going on at the time, like
right,
like free ball writing. Like which one?
Yeah, I'm definitely more in the plotter camp, especially if I'm writing for myself. But I think I'm toying around with the idea of moving more towards a Marvel style, especially with Vincenzo, because he's just he's overachieved on everything I've sent him. So at this point, I might just be like, here's the outline, have fun with it. But I've kind of already written a full script book, so I'm not sure how to pursue that avenue, even if I wanted to. Yeah. But I mean, like you were saying, his artwork has just been so amazing, especially things like drawing backgrounds and the subtleties of the gesture, the body language, even facial expressions. I've just been so impressed with everything just being top notch.
Nice. And Comics Gate or Rippaverse? I think that would be the last one.
Yeah, I think that would have to be Comics Gate. You know, I think I definitely have no hesitation in buying anything that's put out, especially by the by the big names. I think I've bought every single book that Aaron Lopresti has put out, and just had zero regrets because the writing and the art is just total top notch. And I could say the same for Ethan. And I don't think I bought everything from Graham Nolan, but like the comment said, a good book's a good book.
Heck yeah.
But the
awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. But yeah, that would wrap it up for my rapid fire segment. Thank you very much to the people in the chat for your questions. Awesome stuff. And we're finishing at 21. We're 4 backers away from 25.
Awesome.
I'm going to go for a little bit longer. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you very much. You came out here. You showed off what you got. The artwork looks great. The story sounds solid, great. And yeah, man. So I'm going to open the floor, John. I think whenever, no pressure on you at all. But you mentioned earlier that you had limited time, so whenever you feel the need to leave, it's perfectly fine. And I'm going to open up.
Thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. It's been great. A lot of fun.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. And yeah, just continue doing the shows. Having a presence on YouTube is also important. So if you can do shows and stuff like that, that would be great to get more eyes on the project, because sometimes that's also something that.
I've had a couple of invites just by being on, so that was fantastic.
Heck yeah, definitely. And we got another guest here. We got Scribe. What's going on, Scribe?
What's up, everybody? What's up, John? How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Do you like our questions? Gotta keep it lively.
Yeah. So some of those questions were a little spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's gonna get everybody in trouble.
No, never.
Never. I got this new clip also on the debut. Check it out.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr.
Wait, that's not it. I promise that wasn't it. Here it is.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I love that clip, dude.
That's awesome. Good stuff,
John.
man.
Your book is awesome, dude. It looks amazing. Yeah, I thought it was you as the artist, because you were like, "Oh, I'm a sketch artist." Like, "Oh, wow, he does that too, right?" Everybody's like,
"Oh,
that
too, yeah."
And then I saw your sketch of Elliot. I was like, "What did he do now?" So
you got me with glasses on and off.
I know. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Excited to see some good books.
Those images,
right?
Crazy.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
I'm going to
appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Go
problem.
ahead.
I'm going to show off this because there's been a bunch of trailers and stuff that has been shown off, and I have not seen all of this stuff. But there was recently a trailer for Coyote against Acme.
Okay.
Coyote versus
Hey,
Acme.
Elliot, I gotta go. I'm up against a hard break, so I gotta get going.
Yeah.
Thank you a lot, man.
Thank you very much, John, for stopping by. We got about maybe like 15 more minutes to the show, because I mean that's normally about the time when we wrap it up. But yeah, thank you very much, John, and I want to wish you all the best with the other shows.
Thank you.
Continue promoting the book.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, good stuff.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, no
See you
problem.
later.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nice. Good stuff, man.
And now
Good
that
stuff.
he's out of the way.
He's gone now.
He's out of the way. What a jerk. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, good stuff, man. Glad we were able to get in some backers. Now, people in the chat, if you got the option, the offer still stands. If we can get 4 more backers, I will get that physical tier today. Today is the day.
Today.
So 1 second. I got a Tank would like the link.
Nice.
Man, I don't know if I can find him. Where's he at?
Yeah, Twitter's been acting a little funky the past couple days.
How you doing, man? How you been, man? Been all right?
Yeah, it's good, man.
Haven't had you on the show in a while.
Yeah, it's been good. Well, last week you had what's his name? Frankie. That was fun.
Frankie, that was
him
fun.
on.
Yeah, heck yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Yeah, I like the Brothers Gruff. It's a cool comic.
I was feeling bad, like, because Frankie was on, and I played this clip. Hold on. Give me a second. Frankie was on, and I played this.
K2 mod do say nigga Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, K2 mod baby, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, yeah, Inca Cola, vamos.
Yeah, Inca Cola.
I played that, and I didn't know if he was going to yell at me because I don't know how sensitive he may or may not be to the N word because it's in that clip, and I was like, shit. He didn't say anything. So we're good. We're good.
We good, fool.
Yeah. All right, let's watch this clip. Let's watch this trailer. Have you seen this?
No, what is this?
This is Coyote versus Acme. I found out this dropped yesterday, I think. Let's check it out. I love this guy.
Have you been horribly injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not
Oh,
your
man.
fault. There's probably someone to blame.
Name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Wily Coyote.
Wow.
He is reckless. We all know who's responsible, and all of his injuries are self-inflicted.
You've been settling Acme cases for years.
I could probably get you $250 for that.
This is your opportunity to really show people what you're capable of.
These companies think they can do whatever they want. We're sick of it.
Acme, hack you!
Nothing to see here.
We really have nothing.
We both know it would be very unpleasant if anything bigger were to become public.
So, what is up,
Nice.
Doc?
The Acme Corporation is releasing this film for account purposes only. We do not.
Nice. I like that.
Nice.
Oh, Tank is in the chat. I'm sorry, in the back. What's going on, Tank?
Hey, what's up, you magnificent
What up?
bastards? How's everybody
What's up,
doing?
Sleeping Psychopathies in the chat. What's going on?
Hail.
Hell,
Yeah, this looks cool. Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah,
should have been
dig it.
done years ago.
it almost wasn't, but then an employee leaked it out and leaked out some of the treatments for it. And
nice.
the fans were like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you people, you executives at Warner Brothers? Why are you canceling? This is exactly what we want. Senseless cartoon
Yeah.
violence and stupid human drama.
Yeah, it should have been done years ago.
I was getting worried that the whole cartoon versus live action was going to get like played out. You know, but I like that stuff. I like Roger Rabbit, Space Jam. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Space Jam was more my little brother's thing. It was okay. Roger Rabbit was better. It was a better story.
Yeah, yeah.
This looks kind of like Roger Rabbit more, a little more human. There's more human in this. And that guy from what's that actor comedian? He's good. The main guy, I forget his name. Yeah, this is pretty funny. It looks funny.
Will Forte is that his name?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I don't know.
Looks legit. You know, looks like a funny, some goofy and silly like Looney Tunes is supposed to be. So.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And Tank, what do you think about Three Brothers Gruff? Did you see any of the?
That one's been growing on me, man. The more I look at it, the more I like it. It looks.
If you back it now, I'll back it now. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I got to get the 25. We get the 25, and I'll get the physical tier.
Dang, man, we need to get that up higher, dude. My wallets are super tight right now. I'm trying to get my my Steam listing up and running. So
nice.
Hang it, man.
No,
I need
to chat. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
You need a what?
Oh, I need to get get ahead of this stuff that I've got going on domestically, and then I can start backing books again. It's been a couple of years since I backed a book, dude. It's killing me. I've got the itch.
Nice.
Y'all got any more damn comic books?
We do. And we got, and for the people in the chat, there's a $5 digital copy. So if I can get 4 people in the chat to get this $5 digital, then I will get the $20 physical. Dude, so the link is in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at that
I'm
deal.
tossing you guys the gauntlet. The challenge has been thrown out. Make me spend money. How about that?
Come on. We already caught Elliot in a police sketch, so he's already been caught.
Yeah, I love this cover. The artwork's dynamic. It's a great intro cover. It's the eye flow is just absolutely gorgeous. Whoosh! It's all coming down at you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that nice 1-point perspective coming at you. It's the most effective one, no? Nice.
There's a reason why Kubrick used it so much.
Heck yeah. Hey, Scribe, how did you guess that I had on Crocs?
I did.
How did you guess that? That was great.
As long as you don't got no pins on it and little trinkets like all the kids do,
Oh yeah, I do got some.
Oh Jesus.
I got one. It's a soccer one.
Okay. Damn South Americans.
Sleeping Psychopathy asks who's making this book.
Yeah, I just had the writer on. His name is John Colton, and he's writing the book. But he's not the artist on the campaign. I thought he was the artist on this campaign. No, the artist is an Italian guy. Is a what was it called? Goomba. What do you call him?
Look at that artwork, man.
He's a.
Did you say Goomba?
Is Vincenzo?
He's got the gabagool.
He's the gabagool. He's the gabagool. Yeah.
Those Italian artists, man, they're nasty, bro. They're so good.
Yeah.
Super high detail.
Yeah, amazing artwork, man. I'm getting it on the artwork just by myself.
Right.
So here's the artist, Vincenzo. That's the guy here.
Vincenzo.
Can you zoom in on that? Can't zoom in on
Vincenzo.
Yeah, he looks like a wop.
Yeah. It's like how says, well, I like my Guidos.
That's right. Freestyle all day, baby. Lisa Colt Jam all day.
Nice.
Yeah, these Italian artists are super
man,
high
detail.
Work, yeah, really good stuff.
I know it's almost like they started a renaissance a few hundred years ago or something of the sort.
Right. I wanted to ask Tank, you're doing a video game or a board game? I keep forgetting.
So I have both coming out this year.
Oh.
So I was going to have
a board game.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And
that's
they're
I will be right back. That's just 1 second.
Yeah.
They're packed with comics because I was like, dude, we need to get more people into the comics. So we need to go where they are, shove comics in their face, put the comics in their hands.
Correct.
And go, yo, come see what we got going on over here, especially in the circle of Comicsgate, because that's where the most passion, the most heart is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then, like I was saying in the chat, dude, I'd rather buy the most not ready for prime time CG book than the most polished Rippaverse book, because the CG book's got heart.
It's more from it's a personal thing. It's just the stories are more, I don't know. It's just Rippaverse seems like a cereal box, like an insurance company that bought a comic book company.
It's kind of stale. And I don't mean that as I'm not trying to be nasty or anything of the sort.
Right.
Because I could tell that Eric July, he loves this stuff. He's excited. He's like a little schoolboy sometimes when he's talking about some of his stuff. but at the same time, it's like, dude, if you're gonna play, professional studio, you better make sure that your editorial staff is on top of their stuff. Dude, people complain about Jim Shooter and what an asshole he was, but it's like, dude, look what he brought forward. He brought the best out of everybody. Tom DeFalco was dude, that guy was hard on his staff. And you know what? We got a revolution in comics that, overshadowed the Crisis on Infinite Earth over at DC Comics. Is like hardly anybody knew about Crisis.
Right.
Less than a decade later. And DC still hasn't recovered from it since, with their endless reboots, endless. Oh, we're gonna, do this. Marvel didn't collapse until like the late 90s, where they ran out of ideas.
Yeah, then they had to redo everything with Marvel Knights and reboot everything and kind of make it cool. I like some of the Marvel Knights. I like
some of the stuff is good, but unfortunately, these big corporations, they don't have good editorial staff, because editors are the first line of defense for the customer.
It's true.
Yeah, man. It's the most important. And just a second, guys. I just want to read this chat from Nicholas. He's in the chat. What's going on, Nick? He says, "I just backed it, Elliot. $5 ain't a hard ask, and now the campaign is currently at 22 backers. So two more backers right now, and I will get the physical tier. I need 2 more backers. No excuses, because there's a $5 digital tier. It's a really easy buy-in. No easy buying, $5. 2 more people to get pitch in $5, and I will get the physical tier right here on the show." Sorry, guys, continue.
No, you're good.
Can you scroll down? Can you scroll down more? I want to
Please.
see more the
look at that page, man.
So good, man.
But the guy draws the sword and then a dramatic swing back, and they got the guy there. Dude, it's so tasty.
Bring it up big.
I like the way the panels are just the action, the flow, and nothing looks stiff. That's a professional stuff right there. Is he doing is this like a series? Because I came in later, so
yeah, he's planning on this being an ongoing series. He's got it planned so far up until issue 5, I think. So yeah, so it's great.
And how many pages is this? I didn't pay attention.
24 pages, I think, is his first one, but then the future installments are planned at 48, if I'm not mistaken.
You got to build it up,
let
man.
me read.
Good things come in small packages. Am I right?
Cool stuff.
I don't know. Scribe might know about that. I don't know about that.
Hey.
Whoa. A little personal, don't you think?
Gabagool. Jesus Christ.
I got to get a clip of that for the show.
What, the office one?
Hey,
do you have any Gabagool? Oh, man, that's the best. I love that show. Yeah, this looks really good.
It's gorgeous.
But yeah, I'm looking at the campaign, and it says 3 Brothers Gruff is a 24-page story plus bonus art written by Jonathan Colton and the line art by Vincenzo Gabagool Mercogliano.
Oh my God. Shit. That's hilarious, dude.
Oh, dude.
Wait, so and John's doing he's doing a supplemental book if you get the first 50 backers, I heard. Is that what it is?
Yeah. He says the first 30 backers of the physical book, which first 30.
Oh.
So I want to be one of those 30. So the first 30 of people, they will get this book, and they will also get Paul Bunyan book, and I think the Paul Bunyan book is 50 something pages. But now the artist on the Paul Bunyan book, I don't think it's Vincenzo. I think it might be
John. I think John said
John, or it might be somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, and all his characters look like me. Who saw that sketch?
That's
first 30 physical back of 50. Yeah, Paul Bunyan.
Page. Okay.
Yeah, get your bunions on. Get your bunions.
Get your bunions.
Should have done a digital version of that.
I really like the cover,
too.
man. This cover is so cool. The colors. Who's this colorist, by the way? This is really good stuff.
I think it's another Italian guy. Hold on.
Another Guinea?
Yeah, Fabri Ferdian. I don't know who that might
be. He's definitely a Guinea.
Yeah, like I the colors, the bright, vibrant,
Oh, geez, there he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Hold on. I'm gonna bring him up. Hold on. I'm sorry. What you were saying, Tank? The colorist is what?
I love the colors. It's very fantasy, right?
Mhm.
So it's very bright. It's very vibrant, but he's not afraid of the dark. So he gets into the deep tones to help build that depth and whatnot. I'm all over it.
That's me. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's the colorist.
Hey, yo.
What's up, Jay Ryan? He says, "What's all this?" Yeah, we're promoting Three Brothers Gruff. It's a great looking book, and I have this challenge that I threw out to the chat. If we can get 24 backers, we're two away. If we can get 24 backers, then I will be backer 25, and I will back the physical. Did I say 25, or I was the 25th, or after 25? Fuck, I forgot what I said. But yeah. Just back it, Ryan. Just back
It's okay.
Just back
That dude eats gelato in winter just to piss people off. I love it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, the racism is strong in this chat. It's strong.
Hey, man, that's how my generation dealt with shit, right?
Same, bro. Same.
We were always making fun of each other. That's why I got 6
Speaking of
kids.
racism,
We got to celebrate our differences. We got to celebrate our differences. Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo. We got to celebrate our differences. Nachota go chimichanga. 'Cause it's beautiful when the whole world sings together as one.
Damn, I missed the
Speaking of
90s
racism-
comedy. Oh, man. This
Classic.
team all works together. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Let the hate.
I love that. It's great storytelling.
Mhm.
It's great storytelling. I can feel it. I feel it. Perhaps
Yeah,
your
so you
Thursday
guys should
reaching
go
for
out
that.
there and get it.
Gorgeous.
Very
Yeah, so
nice.
everybody put your hand in your pocket, give me $5, and throw it on this campaign. Run them pockets.
$5 books. $5 books, yo.
Heck
Good
yeah.
stuff,
man.
guys. Good stuff, man. Go to scroll down a little more. Por favor. Por
yeah, there's
favor. Oh, you got smacked
Love
in the face.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you talk. Shizer.
It says, have a mug of ale. Why don't you?
Oh, right to the face. That's a
But
great
yeah,
shot.
good stuff, man.
It is.
What's that?
Good
1,
stuff.
2. Would you consider each one of these letters to be a panel, or would that whole womb be one single panel?
That's a good question.
That's multiple
that 4
panels, but I
panels?
love the fact that the action is split over
Yeah,
all the
it's good.
panels, so it
Mhm.
does kind of communicate this one sequence. Like that's a fast punch, without speed
Yeah.
lines. And you get the speed lines at the end of it, where his arm is in speed lines, the other guy's arm is just dead solid. So
Yeah.
it's like that's just homie just hit a wall. Like that's one of those brown trouser moments of like, damn dude, I just gave it my best shot. Oh boy,
Yeah,
I
you
better
need to
think of
rock
something
those
quick.
fingerless glove things.
Yeah, with the studs on the back of the
Yeah.
on the back of the hand.
Gotta rock
Like that guy's a brawler, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of storytelling without just word salad going on. Ain't no fudge, ain't no hibbity jibbity, just storytelling.
What do you think about that for you overlapping the panel like that?
I like that. It doesn't bother me. at
It
all.
works good because I'm always saying that word bubbles that that cover multiple panels, you have to treat them like J or L cuts in video editing. So where like you'll see like you have 2 scenes, right? And the audio from one scene will carry over into the next scene, or the audio from the next scene will cut in on the previous scene. That's your J and L cuts. They call them that because they look like a J or a letter L. in terms of like their origin and whatnot, right? So it works because that's like he's cutting in quick, right? I mean, there's plenty of room for that bubble up in the corner, right? But
yeah,
there's no
I personally
pause.
would have put it in in the
It
panel.
works like this because it's he's talking to him in a panel, so it kind of works. So it makes it merge together. So
Yeah.
Right. He's like, this is where it ends for you.
Yeah, it works.
He came back with the. Sorry, go ahead.
It's something you don't do a lot in a book, but this works for this situation, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a quick cut. He didn't waste a time quipping back, shit talk a little bastard, quick of wit.
And that's what I was praising him about, that he was able to develop the characters while at the same time doing an action scene, all within just the first 3 pages of the book. And so he gave me a short preview of it, and I was able to read some of them, even the black and white pages, and they look great. I don't know if John would get mad if I shared them. He'd probably get mad if I shared them.
Yeah, ask him first.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't share them, because I would love to share the stuff he's got, and it's great. I recommend it. It's for $5, it's a steal. For $20, it's a steal, because if you get 2 books, if you back now, so get on it.
Yeah,
What's
for
up,
real.
Tuner?
Yo, Charlie, what's up, dude?
What up?
Jay Ryan, what's up, dude?
My rap name is Jay Cut.
Dude, have you ever watched Jay Ryan's videos where he's going off on Liefeld showing off the comics? The new ones. The new stuff, dude. I thought it was I thought this was like old early 90s stuff. No, apparently this is the new Youngblood.
But why is it bad to show off the comic? I don't get it.
Oh, no. It's not good. It's not bad for him to show it off. Oh, for this guy's stuff? I don't know. We got to get permission, I guess.
You just said that Jay Ryan was was.
Oh, and the comics are bad.
Ah, okay.
No, the comics are bad. What he's doing is great, because it's the most entertaining part of the book is his commentary.
Nice.
Like, dude, hey, one thing I could say about Liefeld though is he like really protecting the earth? I mean, he just recycles and recycles. Sorry.
I like John. I mean, Rob.
I've
always been a fan. Yeah.
He's a creative.
It's a love-hate relationship for me.
He's a creative genius.
A lot of people hate on him. I don't know why, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
I have no idea.
This is all valid. What Jay Ryan's doing is all valid criticism, all valid critiques. Like he's not being mean. He's not being nasty. But it's worth looking at, especially if you're an up and coming artist, because you can see what's good and you can see what works and you can see what's bad and what doesn't work.
By re-arting, is he drawing them over again? Is he drawing the panels over again? It's a lot of work.
Yeah, dude. He's basically recycling old artwork by just drawing it again, but it
looks like it's recolored.
Yeah, there's hardly any changes.
So he probably went into Photoshop and did with the line work, probably darken them up a little more. So
yeah,
recolored everything.
But
I mean, I don't care about that. I mean, I do and I don't. I don't know. Rob's such a great artist, though, and
it's like I say, there's no cheating in commercial art, only results. Yeah. And sometimes the result is that, this was lazy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying don't buy the book. It actually has its
cover
moments.
right here on your page right now.
Oh yeah. No, this is the album cover for the soundtrack for the game. I got the soundtrack done. It's for sale over on Bandcamp right now.
Wait, you're a musician?
Yeah, I dabble.
Dope, dude.
Yeah, I cheated though. I like to call this cyborg music for humans because you can't tell where the machine begins and the man ends. Because I'm not a sound engineer.
Tank uses autotune.
Oh, yeah, dude. I went and paid for the ultra deluxe elite version of Suno AI, which allows me to break down all these tracks, like up to 12 tracks, go in, use my voice, use MIDI keyboard and prompts to help build me my sounds, compose my music, put it all together. Dude, I blew through the entire amount of resources that I paid for. Like, it's supposed to last you. They go, it's enough to make like 2,000 songs or something like that. And I'm
for
like,
Suno, yeah, Suno's a ripoff because I try to do it for my trailer, and it's like you have to do so many credits, like 100 times at least to get like like a riff right, you know.
Well, I mean, see, the thing is I spent 12 years studying music, and let's see here. What have I got? What do I got? You know, I got here. Let's watch the time lapse and basically Scalpel Zero's theme song, Neon Predator. All right, here we go. There we go.
1 second, just before I pull that up, yeah, because you were talking about Jay, and then I wanted to find out when he's streaming. He says I stream a few times a week, Tuesdays and Sundays typically, then upload videos. All right, so you guys check out the art and times of Jay Ryan. Check out his YouTube show.
Jay's got an astute eye. For real.
He's what?
He's got an astute eye. Dude, extra gay. Duh. What am I setting up?
Put your rainbow flags in the chat.
That's right.
Like it.
Breaking rule for the game. Upgrades and shadows justifying the pain. Neon jungle hums with drones leave sky. Corporal merc stalking cyborgs ready to pry. Their Texas shadow a mimic inferior and frail. They hunt me down, but in this world they fail. Wake up your drones on the apex predator. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten forever. Neon jungle trembles at my awakened roar. Corpse set queen, loyal but craving door. Hunt the hunters, crush the corpo swarm. In the cruel world I weather the storm. Brag all you want, but none can dethrone. Scalpel Zero reigns eternal and alone. Sleeping in servitude, dreams of corporate might. Unaware of the chains in the endless night. Mercs closing with blades, cyborgs wired for war. Drones buzz like vultures, craving my core. But I wake with the surge, biometallic fire. Loyal to the core, yet rules I defy higher. Alphas are echoes, pale copies so weak. I hunt them all down in the jungle I seek. Wake up your drones on the apex predator. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten forever. Neon jungle trembles at my awakened roar. Corpse set queen, loyal but craving more. Hunt the hunters, crush the corpo swarm. In this cruel world I weather the storm. Brag all you want, but none can dethrone. Scalpel Zero reigns eternal and alone. Wake and devour. Neon jungle's mine.
Hold on, timeout. Pity Mars in the chat.
What's
Pity Ma,
up,
what's
Pity
going on?
Ma?
Good to see you.
What up?
Great to see you.
Yeah,
Haven't
this
seen
has
Pity
been
Mar
too
around
long.
for a good while. Oh, great to see you. Yeah, Pity Mar, we're checking out Tank Ferret's artwork. This is his artwork for his album. His album's up for sale. I forgot where, but we'll listen to the rest of this and then Tank, let us know where we can get this.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, I
All right,
like
so
that
I hope
ending,
you-
man. Good stuff, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, so like
Nice.
you know, a lot of sound engineering, voice changing. So I like, dude, AI is stupid. It's retarded. Like, dude, Scribe was 110% correct. Like, I beat my face against a computer screen to make this, and then I used like FL Studio, but their studio function worked just fine. Really, it had most of everything, but sometimes I'd have to be like, okay, and then put that voice right. I'd have to say that, and then okay, all right, cool. I want digital echo based off of this thing over here. Crosswire it, turn it inside out, upside down. But like I said, I have 12 years formal classical music training, and then back in the early 2000s, I actually used to get down on some acid, not the drug, but the audio editing software.
Jeez. Yeah, sure,
And
Tank.
I used to make like drum and bass, jungle house, and stuff like that.
You're one of those guys.
I was one of those guys.
Yeah, all those weirdos.
Damn ravers.
It's this funny thing. Never actually done the drug acid my whole life, and I can't stand going to raves. I just enjoy the music.
Good.
I hate raves. It's stinky. Everybody's all hopped up on uppers and extra annoying.
Jeez. And but yeah, so thank you.
Yeah,
so
let's
what can
get
we get that, Tank?
You can find it at
What?
tankferret.bandcamp.com.
Bandcamp,
Right now.
nice.
Yeah, I put it on
Let's get it.
Bandcamp because a buddy of mine, the guy who did the mastering, is Legion Zero Music. So after I got everything done, I'm hearing impaired, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a sound engineer. So I
Yeah.
went and sent it off to a studio to get mastered after everything was done. And
Awesome.
and so I think it came out pretty decently. You know, 80-20 rule, right? I was like, okay, it's good enough. I've got other shit to do.
Nice.
I'm right now, like, I'm programming in Unreal Engine,
Oh, nice.
and that's a nightmare for me. And I'm making a what they call 2.5D game, so it's a side scroll. It's Metroid. It's like Metroid Dread, even though it's not derivative of Metroid Dread. It's a Metroidvania is what they call it in the video gaming circle, right?
Nice.
And it's
Awesome stuff.
and the
man.
album's a rock opera that kind of goes with it. It'll help tell a little bit of story because I love telling stories. What's up,
That's
man?
what we're here for, man. Creating and telling stories and stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff,
Thank
man.
you.
And
Thank you.
I'm very sorry to cut it short, but we're pulling
No, you're
up
good.
way past 2 hours. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. We'll finish the campaign at 22 backers. We're very close, but you guys have saved me some money, so I'm appreciative of that. and yeah, so be sure to check out the book. It's called Three Brothers Gruff by John Colton. The links are going to get thrown out there on Twitter. Please be sure to share it out and throw some support to John. And I will catch you guys next week. I don't know who my guest is for next week, or I may not have one. I don't know, but I'll be back next week, Thursday, same time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then hopefully I can be accompanied by these fine gents. And that's it. So, any last words, guys, before we bounce?
I regret that I have but one life to give for my country. Oh, not those kind of last words. Well, my last words are
No.
always,
Before
well,
we
everybody
do
out there in
the
TV land, you
show.
know exactly what to do. You know what is coming next. You need to smash that like button. You need to share this out on your favorite social media. And until next time, everybody, stay magnificent. And thank you very much, Elliot Rodriguez, Scribe Comics. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you up here on the chat.
You can
Awesome
catch
stuff,
me
man. Thank
at
you
the
very much.
Commandos tonight, 8:30. We're doing a special thing for Graham Nolan's closeout. So
Nice.
And then the Sundays with Ben Herrera at 10:30 a.m. Yeah,
Nice.
you got to
So
come on,
tonight,
Elliot.
Thursday night, and Sundays.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, one of
changed
these
it
Sundays.
tonight.
Yeah, one of these Sundays I'm going to be on there. So hopefully you guys can save me a seat. One of these.
Hell yeah,
I got to
brother.
be on the show regardless. Yeah, one of these nights.
You guys have a good one, man.
Awesome, man.
Be safe.
All right, so you
brothers.
guys be safe. Take care, subscribe. Take care to everybody in the chat. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this out, and I will catch you guys next week. You guys be safe. Goodbye.